Where are they at, though? Is that them over there? Oh, it is. There we go. Look at that. Let our missiles drown out the sun, or, you know, the space equivalent of the sun. Okay, missiles taking that thing out. Big boom. Let's get good. I am the Gamer Under Development, and this is Endless Space 2 Penumbra. We are playing as the Diasporid, our custom community faction, and we have been dominating the galaxy for several turns now. We are currently working on invading Asylis. You'll have to excuse my voice cutting out pretty regularly. I actually kind of screwed it up this morning, so we're hoping that it'll even hold for the duration of this episode. Yeah, let's hope that happens. Because if I get particularly excited or loud, you're gonna hear my voice cut out. It's kind of doing it right now, and it drives me crazy. Okay, so we have heroes and ships pretty much everywhere. And this is the guy that we wanted on our new sieges, so he's there and he's on his way to siege. I think we're basically done with this turn, as it were, unless we decide to invade, which isn't something that we're really ready to do just yet, because we're kind of waiting for our siege ships to do their thing. We are building a new fleet for Kren Solitis, if I'm not mistaken, or we should be. Let's go find where we would build that new fleet for Kren. So Veni has a ton of population. Veni is actually a very good system for us right now. Maybe we build it here. Let's go ahead and go... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... and then 1, so that's 9, 18, 19, 20, and then perhaps one more battleship. That would put us at 23. We only have 22 CP. So maybe we just go 1 taxi and 1 more battleship or big tank. Let's go with an extra battleship. More firepower is better. We have 3 tanks. We really only need that many. That's fine. And we'll have that out in 5 turns, it looks like, for Kren Solitis to take over. But we can always send him over there once one of the ships completes. That's perfectly acceptable. So we're basically done here. What I might do in the meantime, though, is actually merge him with this siege fleet right here, just so he can get some experience from them sieging. That seems like a good plan. Okay, that's good. Let's end our turn. Oh, we have hacking operations left. Okay, let's go take care of our hacking operations. Rhea to question mark. Logical error, cannot cancel trace operation. Tracing enemy operation. Oh, okay. We're tracing an enemy operation from Rhea. Yo, we're tracing. We're tracing it to right here. What? Oh, really? Guys, I think the choir's right here. I think that's the choir. I'm really thinking that's the choir, guys. I know, I think everything is the choir right now, but that's the choir. Let's test my theory. If we get traced or counter-hacked going through these systems, then the choir is right there for sure. The question is, where can we actually route a hack to? There. That'll go through those. So that's going to be 14 turns for that hack, but I guarantee you we're going to start getting traced from here or here. I bet you the choir is right there. I'm so sure of it, guys. I'm so sure the choir is right there now, like it's not even funny. This action is not possible inside a hostile sphere of influence, so we could look at RNG, but we could not look at the other one. We could send probes out that way, though. The hunt for the choir continues, guys. If they're right there, I'm gonna be so salty, because if they're right there, they're probably all up in our population and stuff. They're probably littered throughout our colonies. I think there's a way for us to go into our systems and, like, hunt them out, or hunt for sleepers. I can't remember what you do to find it, though. Is it in here that we do the sleeper hunting? Doesn't look like it. How does... There we go, domestic surveillance. So we'll lose happiness on the system, but we will remove 1 sleeper every 3 turns. I'm gonna turn that on and see if that works. I don't know if there's a way for us to specifically tell if people are sleepers, but I mean, if we leave that on for a couple of turns, we should know, right? Right. Okay, let's do that. We'll turn on domestic surveillance for a few turns on Orm and see what comes up. Hopefully it gives us notifications if it finds sleepers, because I would frankly like to know if we do find them, and I don't know how it'll tell us. The choir is really, really getting on my nerves though now, guys. I have no idea where they're at. The boost to increase the chance of Vulture's population has ended. Cool, boost it some more. We want to eat the Vultures. It's fine. Whoa, 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 your system, Rhea. I missed that notification, I closed it. Okay, a battle is about to begin against pirates on Wardan. Here's an idea, minimize that for a minute. Yo! Are you guys insane? No. Sorry. Blockaded trade routes in Nusakan and Orm, and that is because they have a giant, giant stack of ships here. Oh, that's entertaining. That's very entertaining. Y'all are not very smart. I just want you to know that. How do we want to handle this? I suppose we send this guy back. It's gonna take him 5 turns to get back there, though. So I wonder if there is a way we can get to them and deal with them a little bit faster than 5 turns. And I really want to know if Rhea traced that hack back or what's going on there or what. It looks like the hack succeeded, because if the hack didn't succeed, we'd still be tracing it. Or we'd know who did it, and we didn't get to choose a hacking event, so... or to choose a target, so... it is what it is. We are now hacking through here, though, so if we don't see anything stop us here, then we'll go through there and see if we get stopped there. We do have that combat to do, which is fine. We'll watch that one, because that looks like a big, fun combat. Already dealt with the Vulture's increase. Have a level up for this hero, which is great. Let's go ahead and give him... As a fleet commander, what else can we give you? And, like, I think we're actually stuck where he doesn't really have anything good left for fleet commanding. I mean, I guess that's useful. Maybe. Not really. That's okay. We'll give him fleet refill. That's fine. And then over here, we also have Diasporan pop on Wardan that have popped. And there has been population lost on Carius and Deneb. Why did we lose population on Carius? Unhappy people increase the rebellion status. What? Our people are mutinous right now? How? Minus 14, minus from overcolonization from planets. Plus 55 from Diasporan pop. How is our approval rating so low? I don't understand. That's insane. So we can suppress the rebellion with force. I wonder if that happened because of a hack. I'm going to suppress the rebellion with force here. Because there's not anything else I can really do, and I don't understand why this region is so unhappy. They have a ton of happiness bonuses. And it doesn't seem like they should be as unhappy as they are. But yeah, they're very, very unhappy here, guys. Maybe we'll look into some happiness increase text, although I really feel like that rebellion was caused by a hacking operation. That's what I think. Okay, big tanks are coming out, that's fine. We lost a law here because our happiness went down, more than likely, and that means our influence gen goes down, which is still weird because we have plenty. This is great. Anyway, let's go for Deadly Intent Bill. That's perfect. Oof, we're minus 300 influence a turn now. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe we'll get rid of that next turn. In the meantime, though, we should absolutely invade and do combat right now while we have that bonus. And I'm still... Who's blocking that trade? Oh, that's right. Okay. We're fine there. We're fine there. Yes, let's do this combat. So we're gonna make a lot of money here, because we're gonna go for the take trophies and pop out all of their guys. Let's go ahead and switch to advanced. And we will set up our fleets like so. Because we know for a fact that they only have that one lane, we're gonna put everybody in bottom. Basically what we've discovered is when you're not facing 3 other lanes, you want everybody in bottom. If you are facing 3 other lanes, you want to kind of split a little bit between the bottom 2. Alright, so we are all set. Let's go ahead and do it. This should be a gorgeous fight. We have an entire fleet, basically, of small ships that are just going to be levying missiles on the enemy. And that in and of itself is super cool and exciting because I love watching that. Okay, so battle is starting. Let's go ahead and switch to free cam here because we like to free cam it a little bit. Where they at, though? Where they at, though? Is that them over there? Oh, it is. There we go. Look at that. Let our missiles drown out the sun, or, you know, the space equivalent of the sun. Okay, missiles taking that thing out. Big boom. And then all we have left is this little guy, which, honestly, if our big support ship and our small support ship can't kill this guy, it'll amaze me. Oh, maybe not. We might actually lose our small support ship there. No, he's not even firing on the small support. Did he actually survive? He did. Oh, because we captured him. Okay, that's great. Capturing him is awesome, means we can sell it. 420 dust, 140 science, and we captured a pincer. I would say that was a very good fight for us. Okay. So, you're all set. You're continuing to siege. 200 siege damage every turn. That's great, but it's not quite as much as we'd like. Oh, and we completed the quest because we orbited another lodestone system. That was probably our taxi fleet we sent up by the Hisho. So we have completed this. We now get Lodestone Link, which is a system improvement that grants +3 Fidzy per pop on Tiny, +2 Fidzy per small, and +1 Fidzy per planet in general. That's really strong, but we don't have the Quadronix to support it. And then we also got Eternal Bulwark, which is a projectile defense, health repaired per damage absorbed. Ooh, that is very, very interesting. And we got 5,400 dust. So we were the #1 on our side of this, which is awesome. And then Battle at Zane. This is... Oh, okay, so we did have a fleet up there. This is great. I'm excited about this. This is going to be brutal for them. And they're actually arranged the way that we want them to be. So it's going to be our battleships and big tanks with a taxi versus their military behemoth who is entirely energy-based. So this is going to be fun for us because we're going to completely wreck them, I think. By making sure we stay at 75% shield absorption on ships, we should be able to mitigate the majority of the damage coming from this ship. And yeah, we have a lot of damage coming from our ships to their ships. So that should be perfect. Are you guys ready? Because I am. This is going to be awesome. We are going to decimate this behemoth. I'm going to laugh so hard if we just like melted in the first round. Why did you go shield absorption? Are you ridiculous? You went shield absorption and all we use is missiles. Good job, game. Figured it out. You have nailed it. Let's go ahead and target their behemoth, because this is the goal. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I was like, where'd it come from? Okay, so this is the real prize right here, guys. This is the piñata, and we are going to watch the piñata explode. There we go. That's a good angle right there. Come on, guys. Bust that piñata open. I'm gonna put us up to 2 times speed. So far, its shields are holding, it looks like. Or maybe not. We just saw a couple of missiles go straight through that shield. Oh, guys. I'm gonna turn on these little bar things so that we can see what's happening here. Oh, look at that. Every volley takes off a huge chunk. There's a chance he's gonna kill one of our support ships, the one he's firing on, but there's also a very real chance we're gonna kill him before he even finishes that ship off, which is crazy. What would be crazier is if one of our boarding pods hit that and actually managed to get it. Is that possible? That would be insane. That is not what happened, but we did manage to completely decimate their military behemoth. So much for that blockade that they had going on, huh? Huh? Yeah, they've got some ships here. We're gonna kill them anyway. Yeah. This is not even a threat. We just melted, just absolutely melted their behemoth, and now they have a fleet here with a fleet commander. This is a joke. Let's go for extra dust and science when we kill them, because we're going to. And I believe this ship is already pretty damaged, so I'm gonna actually swap this big tank in over here, take the really damaged one and put it in the bottom rung, and that should be fine. Yeah, the main reason for that is just because I think it'll end up taking less damage down here than it would here or here. And now we're going to go ahead and watch that fight. This should be a beautiful, beautiful brawl, guys. I expect this to absolutely be a meltdown for them. Come on. Come on. Hey, and they didn't retreat. They actually stayed for the fight. This is going to be a good one. That's their ship that's about to die, by the way. In case you're wondering what that beautiful, gorgeous example of machinery is, that is the ship we are about to annihilate. Oh, wait a minute, they split into 3 fleets. When we saw them on the preparation screen, they were not 3 fleets, they were 1 fleet right in the center, I thought. I didn't actually look. My mistake, guys. Oh well, we're still dominating though, and that ship is still destined for explosions. Yeah, there it goes. However, they do have this last set of fleets here. Oh, we're sending boarding pods out that way though. We actually just saw a boarding pod lodge into that ship and basically burrow in, which is kind of cool. And there we go, another boarding pod protected by swarm missiles. Our swarm missiles are really good, guys. I love them. This is incredible. I'm surprised we're actually even still fighting with these guys. More boarding pods coming to that ship, and you have to wonder how much longer it can maintain. They're showing 300 manpower there, but they can't have 300 manpower after being hit with all those boarding pods. They have to have taken some manpower damage here. Minor victory. Okay. Hopefully we at least got that ship, because that would be hilarious. We did not. And we lost 1 big tank there, which is kind of sad, but whatever. We'll replace it. Deneb, I need you to put out 1 big tank for me. Just 1. Make it quick. 1 turn is quick enough. We accept that. Okay, Lodestone System Kyrus is secured. So yeah, it was us that finished that Lodestone System quest thing, which is awesome. Is that our military behemoth? Oh my, it is. We have a military behemoth up here already. Sure, send it down there. Let's have some fun repairing that thing up. I think that's actually why it was up there, was to kind of repair it, because it got wrecked in that fight with their military behemoth, which we just leveled, by the way, so it doesn't even matter that they had it. Like, it was over quickly and decisively. Okay, so you're just a taxi fleet that's out here exploring. Let's have you go over there. Just zoom on through the Riftborn space. Let them know that they can't do anything to us, really. They may actually kill those taxi fleets, though, because they caught them in a blockade, which is fine. We're not really worried about that. Let's bring that down here. I really want to turn that into a juggernaut, but we lack the resources. And that was our doggo getting real excited back there, so don't mind her. Let's see. Ending the turn here. That's fine. And what's going on now? Look at that. We're crushing Kuma. Carius lost a Diasporan. Very sad. You have unlocked a new population collection bonus on the Harashems. That's awesome. We want to feed the Elo. We have not eaten them yet, so that's a great faction for us to swallow up. And here we go. We have another fight with the Riftborn and their leader. Yeah, so this time it's once again showing us that they're only splitting into 2 fleets, but we know that that's not necessarily the case. So we're going to move another ship up there. We're going to put 1 right there as well, combat-wise. And that should probably do it. I think that's going to be just fine right there. Yeah, and we're going to go with Dust and Science here on CP Destroyed, because we've been making a lot of Dust and a lot of Science from that. In fact, now that heroes should be available again, we should start hiring governors for all of our systems, because we have the Dust to do it. There's no reason not to. Okay, come on. Maybe then we can get some approval rating and we won't end up with rebellions, although I still strongly think that that rebellion was based on a hack. Which is very interesting, because that's a really powerful thing that hacking can do. Looks like we're tearing apart that middle... Yeah, that middle row is just gone. And now it's all that top row, which our second row should be able to shoot at if we actually watch. They should, yeah. There we go. Our second lane is firing on them. Our first lane is in danger of being destroyed, but our second lane is firing on their first lane and hopefully doing enough damage to potentially support that front ship. Not entirely sure that that's going to happen, though. It does look like they're hurting pretty badly here, too. We may actually take their big ship. Yeah. Okay, no, I think we're gonna survive with our tank here, just barely. Just by a sliver. He had 1,200 health left. That was very close for him. Oh, wow. Cooperative Quest Part 2, Collaboration or Cataclysm. The challenge has been made, and opponents, like mystical astrological planets, align themselves. The Rejuvenators seek to control the Lodestones, and at those 7 sites, execute the dust ritual that would instill life back into the spirit of a lost. Their goal is justice and retribution on a cosmic scale, wiping the slate clean and starting over with a less corrupt galaxy. The Defenders refuse this usurpation of their own destinies. Whether the lost are benevolent, malevolent, or indifferent, they will not summon other beings who are capable of meddling in their future. The first phase has passed for the Lodestones have been discovered and occupied. The places are set. The cards laid out. The opponents identified. The end begins. Control of the Lodestone is paramount. The collaborators cannot despoil them. We must control these sacred sites and begin our ritual. The doors of the Academy are closed during the crisis. No heroes can be hired or even healed. Weak! Okay. So, with the hero-led fleets only, clear collaborator fleets from around the identified Lodestones, orbit a majority of Lodestones until the rite is complete. 4 turns. Okay. So it looks like we do need to still control these Lodestones, so I'm gonna send this fleet right back where they came from. Now, you guys go back there. And the idea here is that we have a lot of Lodestones in our control already that there are no enemy fleets at. So if we... Oh, okay. Yeah. So we destroyed those guys and got a bunch of dust and science, in case you guys didn't know. We do have another fight there that we're going to do in just a second. First, I want to make sure that we, of course, have control over that Lodestone. Where are the others at, though? That's actually a better question, is where are the other Lodestones? Let's go ahead and pin this so that we can bounce around to them quickly. There's one way out there, one up there, one up there, one way out there, one way out there. Ooh. And one over here in Zane's. Okay. So what we should do here is we should find as many of our loose taxi fleet ships as we can and start sending them to sort of isolated Lodestones that they may be able to capture without actually fighting. Like, Izar here is a great example. If we don't have someone there, we should send them there. Same with Zakor. Zakor, probably the best example of one that we would want to do this with. In Rebellion for 9 turns is Carius still. Jeez, there's just no way to stop that, is there? Unhappy people increase the rebellion levels of your system. Okay, but like, why is everybody unhappy? You guys are fully upgraded. You have everything. I'm gonna turn the suppression off here and see if that helps. It does seem to help a little bit. We're mutinous, but we're not, like, rebellious anymore, so that's a plus. Let's see. Maybe we put a governor here for the time being. Yeah, let's transfer our governor here for the time being. And now everybody's unhappy, which isn't great, but it's still better than them being mutinous and rebellious. And I still want to know, like, what's causing all those happiness issues for us? One thing we can do here that it occurs to me we haven't and should is potentially use us versus them. There may also be some other happiness ones we could use. We could use Toys for Boys. We could use Senator Bob Act. Actually, the Senator Bob Act is probably a good one for us to use because it has no upkeep and all it costs us is dust and it increases our happiness. So now if we check Carius, they are content. I can live with that. Okay, and if we complete that, we get some cool stuff. Let's go ahead and check out this fight right here and make sure that our fleets are arranged the way that we want them. You're going to come back down here, you're going to come up here, and you're going to go right there. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do that. We're going to look at their damage types here, because if they're all 1 damage type like that, they are. They're primarily all 1 damage type. We're going to go shield absorption here, mainly just because we want to keep this fleet intact. We've already lost 1 big tank. We don't want to lose another. Okay, we're gonna let the fleets do their business here, and everything will be fine. We got this. Go. Go, go, go. Skip the action. Or skip to the action, rather. Alright, number 2. Let's go ahead and zoom out to this, and I want to see the overview cam here. I really like the overview cam. I know it's not as, like, pretty necessarily, but I like being able to see how our lanes are actually working and functioning here. Like, as you can see, they're all firing on our top lane, but we're working down their middle lane, and we're working down their top lane. Wow, look at what they did. That was actually really smart on their part. They basically hard countered our strategy. By being on the top there, they made it so none of our guys could shoot them except for our second lane, which doesn't have enough firepower to actually hurt them. That was crafty. I am impressed, computer. You have done well with yourself. We did manage to blow up one of their larger ships. but they've managed to blow up one of our larger ones and one of our smaller ones. So yeah, we took some pretty decent losses in this fight. That was a really smart choice by them tactically to be in the opposite lane like that. And if we hadn't switched to overview cam, we might not have realized what was going on there. We did get a victory there, but it wasn't a very good one. It was actually one that cost us pretty much. What we're gonna do here is if we can attack with these guys, we will, and we can. So this time we are going to assume that they were very, very smart about placement. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put one big tank up there, and we're gonna put the majority of our forces in lane 2. The reason for that is because then they can shoot to 2 and 1, and I'm much more scared of them putting everybody back in 1 than I am of them loading up on 2. If they load up on 2, then we're even and we go. And we're gonna go ahead and take extra dust and science here. So let's do this. We're having a lot more fun fights lately, guys, and if you're not enjoying us watching the fights, that's fine. We can skip through them instead, but I know a couple of people requested we actually watch them because they find them enjoyable to watch. Perhaps not from this camera, but right now this camera is something very important for us to use so that we can understand how the laning is working out a little bit better. Okay, so their top lane firing on our top lane, but our second and third lane are firing on their second lane, which is where the majority of their forces are congregated, so we should actually destroy them really, really quickly here. Yeah, that's quick. Middle lane is done, and now our top lane is gone, but our second lane can still fire on their top lane, and their top lane has nothing but small ships towards our big ships, so we're gonna destroy them real quickly. Yeah, full wipe there. Exactly what we wanted. We'll get some dust and some science out of that, which is great because we're probably going to need it to make up for our losses. So now if we go here to Deneb, we have a big tank that is ready to come and reinforce them. We do want to check and see how many other ships they actually need, though. So all we have left here now is 4 battleships, which we're going to heal with dust because we can, and then we're going to come down here and go ahead and make 2 more of those big tanks and a taxi. That should be plenty. Harashim population has been lost at Deneb. Are we pop capped and that's why we're losing pop? What's going on? Yeah, it's probably because we're pop capped or something. Huh. Weird, weird, weird that we're just suddenly losing pop. We should also be working on clearing some of these negative anomalies on our systems while we're at it. So we'll reduce the psychoactive air there, and now that we have Wardan, I think it's working on its trade company. It is. It's just not there yet. Okay. We do have enemies in Wardan right now, though. And that is the Vaulter ships that are not Vaulter ships. That always throws me when we see them. We're gonna go ahead and attack them for sure. They'll probably retreat here, but that doesn't mean we can't try. And with this fleet, because of the way it's designed, it's even nastier, because look at that, guys. What we'll actually probably do here, though, just to be safe, is we'll put our hero's flagship in slot 2, and a couple of firepower ships, just to make sure. See, if we do that, we're still in a very, very dominant position here. And they look to be entirely... Oh no, they're very heavy in projectiles, actually, so we'll go whole plating here, just because we don't know what to expect. We could also do this. I think we'll do this. Hull plating is great. It's a better defensive option here, but we want to be kind of offensive, and with this, we're going to gain a lot of extra money. And they put shield penetration on their weapon modules, or on both fleets' weapon modules, which is good for us more than for them, I think. Alright, this is going to work out great. I'm very excited. We're going to make lots of money here, guys. Lots and lots of money. And we'll watch it on the regular cam here, because we kind of already know what's going to happen. We don't really need the overview cam to understand. Oh yeah, we're melting them. Absolutely melting. Gosh, that last ship was just swarmed to death by missiles, so much so that we saw boarding pods fly past that ship after it exploded. We did manage to capture an Echo and a Sharp here, which is awesome because I believe both of those are larger ships. They are. Woo! We got them, guys. That's great. So we could go ahead and sell those, or we could put them into some fleets. Choices, choices. What is their movement like? Movement is 5, movement is 6, movement is 2, movement is 5. Oh yeah, so we can put those into a fleet and it won't actually lower the fleet speed, which is great, because that just means, hey, we got free stuff. Yeah, you can repair the pincer, you can repair the Sharp, and we can't afford to repair the Echo. That's fine. Still, either way, 2 very large, very powerful fleets there now. And now that we have our sort of big siege fleet set up for this guy, let's go ahead and take him down to IMEX, maybe? Yeah, we'll start invading IMEX next. And once we get rid of IMEX, they won't have any green influence over here at all anymore. It'll just be basically us and the Lumeris up here, which is awesome. Okay, so Harashem Pop has been gained. Population boost for the ELO ended. We're gonna go to the pop screen here and see if we can boost him again. We cannot. Okay. Godai has leveled up. Awesome, Godai. You are one of our better governors here. So we got the resources. There's also some industry gain here. There's some happiness gain here. And there's some food plus industry gain right here. So I'm gonna go with the food plus industry gain first. He's got such great governor abilities, he does. Like, I really like that hero. And then, yeah, we're gonna check all of our construction, which looks great. One of the things we should be watching right here is for Veni to construct enough of their fleet for Solitus to take over, which is probably now. There we go, Kren Solitus is over here now. And what we can do with him is we can finish out this fleet and then come back up here and start pushing in on the Riftborn over here in Talitha. That's what I'd actually like to do. Or on Procyon here, although taking Procyon isn't something that's a priority for us. However, you know what is a priority for us? They're trying to colonize Lacerda, and that's not gonna happen on my watch. Get over there! So we can actually blockade that system and kill it before they colonize it, depending on how many turns they have left. They only have 2 turns, though, so we're not gonna succeed at that unless we send these guys over there and they make it in time. Which it looks like they will. Okay. Unfortunately, though, that is all the time we have for today, guys. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click that like button. If you want to see more of our great content ranging from 4X to Fire Pro Wrestling, go ahead and click that subscribe button and make sure to ding that bell notification, because every time you ding that bell notification, we find that slimy choir and kill them. That's the problem, guys. You're not dinging the bells. I need you to ding the bells so we can find these sneaky choir guys and wreck them. By the way, we did make it through RNGC 43278 without being stopped. Still hoping we get stopped here in Iris, and that gives us a heads up on where they're at, but so far, no luck. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!